Hello, I'm Kevin Gosschalk, founder and CEO of Arcos Labs. Each week, I sit down with our Chief Criminal Officer, Brett Johnson, to see how things are going. I thought you might enjoy being a fly on the wall for these discussions. Brett and I usually focus on one particular attack threat or trending discussion amongst fraudsters that are occurring on places like the dark web, Telegram, or wherever it may be. We keep these talks to no more than 5 minutes, and really the goal is to end with a learning or a takeaway you might find interesting to add to your fraud deterrence strategy. Let's go have some fun. So today I wanted to unpack a little bit what a chief criminal officer is, and Brett, as the world's first chief criminal officer and our inaugural chief criminal officer, I guess I wanted to ask you the question, how do you get that title? What do you do? What qualifies you?
What qualifies me to be the CCO of Arcos Labs? Well, I guess the easiest way to answer that is to go back into my history, right? The Secret Service referred to me as the original internet godfather. Now, how did I get the title, right? 39 felonies, a place on the United States Most Wanted list. I escaped from prison, and I built and ran the first organized cybercrime community. It was called Shadow Crew. As a precursor of today's darknet and darknet markets, laid that foundation for the way modern cybercrime channels operate today. Now, if that weren't enough for you, Kevin, the 39 felonies that I committed had to do with refining modern financial cybercrime as we know it today. So account takeovers, credit card theft, phishing schemes, tax return identity theft, you name it, I was on the ground floor of developing those things. So I certainly have the knowledge on how these crimes operate from a very diverse background in fraud. But now that I'm on the legal side and have been for a few years, I've been able to establish trust in the industry. I'm widely regarded in the industry. I work as a spokesperson for AARP. I'm Chief Criminal Officer for Arcos Labs, and people pay attention to me.
Yeah, so it's kind of a unique opportunity for us to have somebody where we can ask questions kind of to the other side of the fence, right? Like every day in the security industry, we're trying to figure out how do they think, what makes them tick, why do they keep doing it, how do we mitigate it, how do we pivot, what's going to drive them, what's going to motivate them. And I think really having yourself helping us, helping educate our customers, help educate the industry, what's really going on over there, and what's it like paying taxes as a criminal? A very important question, I think.
Well, paying taxes as a criminal, that's interesting because, I used to file taxes, just not in my name. So yeah. It's interesting now that this legal side, I had to learn how to budget.
Yeah.
My normal budget as a criminal was just to steal more money.
Right.
So I had to learn what a budget is. I had to learn how to file taxes legitimately,
yep.
not to try to get a large refund.
Yep.
But it's interesting, but it's worth it. It truly is. It's when you're a criminal, you don't have friends, you have associates.
Yep.
And when you're a criminal, you're always worried about a knock at the door, cops in the neighborhood, things like that, and you're always paranoid. And nowadays I can sleep sound, and better than that, I'm doing good instead of harming people.
Yeah, and you have friends.
And I have friends.
Right, we're friends.
We are.
Right. Fantastic.
He pays me to say that.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, excellent. Well, let's perhaps get diving into some of these topics.
Let's do it.
And share a little bit about the underworld
I'm looking
of
forward
cybercrime.
to it.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Brett.